welcome to another episode. This time starting off in the mansion, but we are not going to be staying here because we're going to move out rather soon, I think. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of a problem that's going to be taken care of in this episode. So you see here we have our mob drops inside the chest here, and we have the gunpowder. Gunpowder is needed for a lot of stuff, mostly rockets, as you can see here, where I have not many left, and I need to take care of them and put everything inside of here. But as you can see, this is all the gunpowder that I have right now. The shulker boxes are just filled with string. So we have not a lot of gunpowder, and it takes, like I said, I go through it a lot with a lot of rockets and so forth. I'm also going to need it for TNT in the future. So I'm going to start by taking care of the shulker boxes that we're going to use in today's episode, filled with all sorts of stuff for our project. Mostly lime and purple stuff that you can see, and a little bit of deep slate and everything like usual when I'm started building inside of this here. I'm going to move out from this place to a different place because I can't use the old creeper farm at our old place the whole time. I need to use something a little bit closer. So we're going to build a creeper farm today, and I have already marked out the place for it. We're just going to go for a little bit further from the village, and then I need to land on top of this hill over here. We'll see if it works. Nice. I will also get rid of the rain when flying into these dry areas. So yeah, here we have a little bit of a patch of savanna forest or savanna. And with the theme that I'm going for this creeper farm, I decided that it would look best out here in the more sort of desolate place where it looks a little bit old, funky, or yeah, it doesn't look that good for nature out in the savanna. And also because it was one of the places where we had a pretty large amount of flat surface, at least a little bit. So I don't need to terraform as much as I would have if I would, for example, have made it there. I also needed the farm to be a little bit lower to the ground, so I don't have to build up or reach build limit that I have on occasion done. So yeah, it's going to be placed here. And what are we going to build then? Well, the creeper farm in itself is not going to be that advanced, except for what you think with all of the shulker boxes. The big thing is going to be the structure around the whole thing. It's going to be a UFO, and yeah, it probably doesn't fit in at all with the aesthetic we have going on here, and that's why we put it here. But also because I thought that when I built the creeper farm, I decided to, what could I make that could go around the farm that needs to be in the air, but still be able to make sense that it is in the air. So I decided to go for a UFO. So we're going to make a lot of this episode. It's going to be building and placing a lot of these blocks, since as you can see, we have lots and lots of deep slate and tough, and also lots of other stuff like many glass blocks and everything like that. So I'm going to start by building up a little bit of hopefully the farm and maybe the foundation for that, and we'll see each other once that has been started and built. Okay, so not much has been happening down on the ground here. I just started out the first circle that I'm going to build here, just to get a little bit of a premise for where the actual farm is going to be. But what has happened is more up above, because we have a almost working, I should say, creeper farm up here. And like usual, I just want to show you guys how it looks and how it works a little bit before I actually cover it up with all of the design choices and elements inside of this. So right now it's of course not working, mostly because we don't have any cats here. I need to get those, and we also don't have any darkness because mobs only spawn in 0 light level, and right now during the day it's a little bit too high of a light down here to actually get anything to spawn. But what we can get down here is, like I said before, it's a regular creeper farm. We have cats sitting on these wooden blocks that we're going to have here. I have spawn-proof everything, so spiders should not be able to spawn up here, and it's only going to be creepers because we have the trapdoors here. For those guys who don't know or haven't seen this yet, well, creepers are few pixels lower than regular mobs. So for example, skeletons, they are 2 blocks high, I think, or something, and creepers are 1.6 or 1.7 or something like that. I don't remember the actual details for everything, but yeah, I know that creepers are a little bit lower in height from other mobs. So by putting the trapdoors here, we can get everything to spawn except for, or not everything to spawn, I mean anything except creepers, or yeah, I can't talk today. I mean, of course, that only creepers can spawn here, and spiders, but hopefully I've put everything down so spiders cannot spawn here because of the carpets. But right now, that's all we have as of this moment in this whole farm area. I of course need to start building roofs and rooftops and everything like that, and we need to start building the actual UFO that's going to be here, because the floor of the alien spaceship that we're going to build is going to be where the creepers land, and then they are going to fall to about around here, somewhere where we are going to have a collection system that's going to collect the creeper gunpowder and then put the gunpowder to dropping down here, where we're going to have the actual collection of everything. So I have a lot of things to do, but first we're going to start by building that platform up there so we can get starting on getting gunpowder going inside of the farm. So here we are with another update on how the project is going. It is yet to be finished, but I wanted to keep you guys updated. So here we are. Down below here you can see that we have gotten some changes in. I have placed all of the blocks needed for the actual collection system. I only need to put in some water here as well. And also you can see that we gotten a little bit more perimeter and also spawn proof the whole place with placing slabs on the bottom half of the block so nothing can spawn, of course. Together with some light so I can see here. Because as you can probably see, even though the sun is setting, it is pretty dark down here, and the reason for that is because we have placed this here. A big, large disc that has yet to be actually covered, but we have the lower part of the UFO made. And most of it is made of deep slate, and also a little bit of other stuff. For example, we have some green highlights here in the case of a green lime or lime glass, and then it's covered on the inside with lime terracotta, or lime concrete, to get the colors to pop a little bit. And then we have spawn proofed everything up here as well. So everything is covered with carpets, and then on the almost inner parts we have water flowing that's going to flow the creepers inside of the actual collection system. But what I have been doing in the meantime is breeding up cats, because I need cats in the middle of those platforms. We need 15 not 15, 12 if I remember correctly, and right now I think I have 11, so, or something like that, or I have counted wrong. I need to count them again. Otherwise I need to get either 1 or 2 more cats so I can get them up here, because I don't want to use my original cats. I had to get them from the old base and moved here just to get them to start breeding more cats that we can use. Then I need those to go back and actually get a place inside the mansion instead. After we've placed inside the cats inside, we only need to put a roof on this thing and it's done. And it's not no small task, because we are going to cover a lot of this area in the tough blocks, around to somewhere around here maybe, and then do a big dome with a double layer of purple concrete and a layer of glass around it. And I'm going to confess a little bit here. I thought that I could use only glass. You can't. It's very, very bad to use only glass, because I needed it to be dark in here and glass let light through so nothing could spawn up here. So yeah, a little bit of a mistake to me. So that's why we have purple concrete on the inside. And also because we have a lot of these glass details with the lime stuff, I also needed those to be covered. So that's why we have the lime concrete around here as well. But yeah, I need to put a roof on this and then add in the small details that I put to that roof. and then we're actually finished with this farm. So I'm going to take the big grind right now and put in the cats, put on the roof, and then we're going to have an end to this episode after that. And here you have it, the finished creeper farm looking like a UFO. And yeah, lots of stuff happened, like I said, but we have a finished product right now, which is working very fine, I think. I have been standing a little bit AFK on the platform up there to get the farm working, and it's working really great actually. I stood up there for maybe 5 minutes or something like that, around 5 minutes, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. And I got around 2.5 stacks of gunpowder. So it's a very efficient farm. And you know all about or what I'm always talking about, efficient, but also looking pretty. So yeah, standing inside of here to get you guys a little bit of a feeling for it. You can see that we have these sort of colored rings that I think is the sort of beam that they use to gather stuff to go up or maybe put down stuff. I don't know. Maybe putting down stuff is much more better since we are actually dropping gunpowder inside of here. And yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. You can see here that we have gunpowder already in there. Works a little bit when I'm just in the area, and if I walk up above, it happens a lot of stuff. So yeah, I want to show off how this whole thing looks from above as well, because that's where a little bit of this glory can happen. And I think, yeah, I can fly around here, but it's much harder. So we're going to land, and then we take the cam mod so we can get a feeling for the whole UFO. Like you can see, I went with the regular saucer shape, I think it's called, where you have this sort of plate type of thingy and then something up above. And I decided to go for this dome shape because I needed to cover the farm that's inside, and it's very dark in here, so I'm actually going to turn the gamma up just a little bit so you can see. We have a little bit of creeper here, and yeah, some of them are staying on the edge of the platforms here. I don't know why they do that, because as far as I've counted, cats are supposed to scare creepers 6 blocks away, and at the very edge here there are only 5 blocks. So I don't know if I've counted something in the wrong order or done something wrong, but yeah, the creepers are not always afraid of the cats, but usually they after a while they did that one and despawn, or they just jump off from themselves, or they get notice the cat and actually run off in a panic. So after a little while they are going to drop down. We just have to wait for it. The farm is efficient enough that it's not that big of a loss actually. So yeah, I usually get around 5 to 8 or 9 creepers falling down, as you can see here, into the hole and getting collected on the platform down there. But yeah, back to the outside, which I made, like I said, very regular, and some place stuff here are very strategically placed to get the thing to not spawn anything. For example, we have a lot of slabs here. Those are mostly decorational parts, but some of them are for the spawning spot, because I don't want anything to spawn on here, and the glass is not a problem with that. But we have all of these tough blocks that we have going on, and all of these are spawnable spaces when I'm up on the platform. So we have, or I have actually placed a lot of end rods around here. I think they look the most alien-like of all the different light blocks that we have in Minecraft. And then on some places where I went and got these grooves, I first thought of maybe doing something like doing everything in lower, but that didn't look great to have it whole slabbed. So instead I went with this type of thing. So either it's a design choice by the aliens that we have in this UFO, or maybe the UFO have taken some beatings around this whole place and gotten grooves when they have landed in the wrong spots or something like that. They are a little bit too symmetrical for that, but not too completely. So something like that. either damages, or maybe that's the way they don't have these materials to actually fix this damage that they get on the ship, so they use some other material. I don't know. Something like that, or it's just worn and torn. But I thought of something to actually explain the different design elements. These ones here are of course mostly for the light level, but I thought of maybe putting in this sort of alien type of antenna, or maybe it's something like these sails here are moving around this turbine or something. I don't know. You have to come up with some theories yourself, but yeah, I thought of putting a little bit up here so it's not just flat ground. And then of course we have the whole glass dome as well. That's going to be the main part, or how you want to say it, where we have the actual farm going. So yeah, this has been a really fun project. It has taken a little bit of a while, so yeah, that's why I didn't get out episode last Sunday, but I hope that this makes up for it, because we have done very big projects as of late. Some of them a little bit smaller, but I have two big projects that have been made in pretty short time, so hopefully we'll get on with other projects in next episode, and we'll see if it's a big one or maybe a shorter one. With that, I hope you have at least enjoyed this episode. If you did, consider leaving a like, maybe even comment on the episode and tell me what you liked about it, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We'll see each other. Goodbye.